Hi everyone, in today's video we'll cover all loop types in PowerShell. So let's start. In this video you will learn all main loop types in PowerShell and I will tell you when to use each one. We can start with the first one, which will be index-based for loop. This for loop is very similar to for loop, for example, in C++. I mean, syntax is very similar, so maybe you are familiar with it. So we are starting with something like this. So for, and now inside of the parentheses, same as in, for example, C++, we have to specify the index. So from I equals, for example, 0 until I, for example, is less than 5, we will increment I by 1, like this. Now we have to open the braces and we'll print that I, and we can close that. What we are doing, we are basically printing the indexes from 0 to 4. If you want to print just the number from 1 to 5, you can either add 1 here, it will also work, or you can start with 1 and do here less or equal 5, and it will also work. So this is the main loop. We are starting with the index, we are incrementing this index. Of course you can do +2, +3, it doesn't really matter, and you can use that for each for loop with indexes. When to use it? You can use this loop when you need an index, when you want to control iteration manually, and when you are working with arrays by positions. With this loop, of course, you have a precise control, but it's a little bit more verbose, I think, than the different ones that I will show you in this video. We can move to the other one. The other one will be for each loop. So we'll create the array, for example, items, which will contain 3 items, for example, A, B, and C. And now we will do something like this. We can iterate like this for each, and now item, for example, this doesn't really matter, you can name it however you want to, for item in items, and now we will print the item like this, and we can close that, and we can press enter. So in the first iteration our item is the first element in this array, so it is A, in the second iteration it is B, and in the third iteration it is C, and we are just printing the values. When to use this loop? You can use it when you are iterating arrays on list or list, for example, when you need a simple readable loop and you are working with arrays but you don't care about indexes, as in the first example. In the first example we cared about indexes. Here the indexes doesn't exist, so we cannot use it. And now another loop is a ForEach-Object loop, which is also known as a pipeline loop. Because why is it a pipeline loop? Because you have to use pipes in order to make it work. So we will iterate from 1 to 5, for example, in this case, and now we have to use for each and object, and now we will, for example, display every value but multiplied by 2. What we are doing, basically we are taking 1, we are plugging 1 here in the first iteration, multiplying by 2, printing 2, taking 2 from here, plugging here, multiplying by 2, it is 4, and we are printing 4, and at the end, at the last iteration, we are taking 5, plugging 5 here, times 2, it is 10. So this is how it works. When to use this loop? This loop is very useful when you are working in pipelines, streaming data, or for example you are using large datasets, because it is memory efficient, but it is slightly slower, I think, than the previous for each loop. And now another one, another loop, which is also very similar to the C++ or other programming languages, it is while loop. So for example, we will create an index, we can do something like this. So while I is less than 5, for example, we can open the braces and we can increment this I by 1. So we are doing something like this, and now I can press enter. And as you can see, 0 is less than 5, so we are doing the loop. Basically we are doing 5 iterations in that case, and we are ending this. This loop is very useful when you have unknown numbers of iterations or a condition-driven loops, but it is flexible, but it also takes the risk of infinite loop, but because you can do the infinite loop by doing while, for example, and just plugging a number, I think it will work, or for example true, it will also work. This is an infinite loop. And now something very similar to while loop is a do-while loop, which is also from the programming languages. So we are running first and checking later. So we have the I equals 0, so we can do something like this. So do, and now I plus plus, we can close that, so we will do new line, close that, while, for example, I is less than 5, like this. It will also work. This is the same thing, but in the do-while syntax. This is basically the same loop, but in the do-while syntax. So this is how it works. When to use it? You can use it when you are using input validation loops, or you must execute something at least once. And you can do the opposite condition. So you can do something like this: do I plus plus and until I is, for example, greater than 5. Why it is working? Because not while, because until. So we are basically breaking the loop while this I will be greater than 5. So we are iterating 1 from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are iterating also 5, and when this I is 6, we are breaking the loop. So this is how it works. And these are, I think, all loops from the PowerShell that you should know. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.